All right, everything should be good now. Let me check. Let me check. I'm trying to check real quick. My fault. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm still trying to get. All right, we Gucci. Yeah, we Gucci now. I had to make some adjustments real quick. I had to make some adjustments real quick. I'm telling y'all, I'm still trying to get used to this software, man. What up, everybody? Go ahead, drop those center of the days down in the chat for me. Let me know what y'all rocking, what y'all got on. We sitting here about to get started. We will be going over the Alchemist. That's going to be the fragrance company. We're going to be doing a little bit talking about that. My guy Hidden Gems is in the building. My guy Hidden Gems is in the building. Shout out to the fam. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Make that a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. See, I'm trying to, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm still working on this new software. Get my shout out to the fam, Hidden Gems over there, man. Glad to see you, my brother. Appreciate you for tapping in with us. Drop y'all center of the days. Let me know what y'all was rocking. And we're going to go ahead and get started into this live stream. We are going over a new fragrance. Well, I have talked to y'all about them before. This is going to be the Alchemist from Dallas. Now, this is a luxury fragrance company. We're actually going to be comparing. Let me turn this down real quick. My bad. We're actually going to be comparing their fragrances from the fragrances that they make, their inspirations. We're going to be comparing them to their Parfums de Marly lineup. So I have 5 of them that we're going to be tapping in. Leighton, Greenlee. I think I got Sedley. And then there's 2 more. Those are mystery ones. I don't know which ones those are. We're going to figure it out as we go. So, yeah, we in here. Go ahead. Make sure y'all drop y'all center of the days down in the chat. And we're going to get it popping. Now, for those that don't know, like I said, the Alchemist is a luxury company out of Dallas, close to Plano area. And it is from, I actually was able to meet the owner and his wife, everybody that works there. Great company, great family, great guy, actually. The guy's name is Ahmed. Yeah, I learned how to pronounce that correctly. Ahmed. So, yeah, they make their own inspirations. They do have their own setup like this right here. So this is what the fragrances will be looking like. You got your nice box. This is actually tangy mint. And this is their inspiration of, I think it's Torino 2021. It's a Xerjoff joint. But then the bottle looks like this. 50 mLs. Extremely nice. Nice spread. This was my favorite one of the whole lineup. When I tried this, I got this one right away. Like, this one was an instant pickup after I got my discovery set. Nice little atomizer. Beautiful, boy. Hey, the citruses in this one go crazy. The citruses in this is absolutely insane to me. So, tangy mint, we will be going over, like I said, Alchemist, and this is what their bottles look like. Again, right now they do discovery sets, and they also do 50 mLs. And I'm going to talk to y'all about the discovery sets in a bit. And the company, again, Alchemist Luxury Fragrances. This is what we're going to be tapping into. Now, just so y'all know, let me make sure I put this down in the chat, because I do have a discount code for them. Discount code is going to be D4G. So if y'all are ever online, y'all want to check them out, boom, discount code will be down in the comment section. It's already activated and everything. And I still, even though I do like their fragrances, I still say, bam, you got to check out the discovery sets. Because they get you 5 mLs. And they're extremely nice, man. The good thing about their discovery sets is that you can mix and match what you pick up. So if you want to get, whether that's some Parfums de Marly, whether you want to get some Xerjoff, whatever the case may be, you can get any one of those. Now, they mostly do niche and indie fragrances. They have a few designers, but for the most part, they mostly focus on like niche and indie fragrances. So that's what will be available. So you can check those out online. Discount code D4G, that'll get you, I think, 15% off, I think. I gotta check the email, but it'll get you something off for sure. Okay. My guy James, what was he rocking? Scent of the Day, Mason Margiela Replica, Autumn Vibes, and Jay Chantel's Body Oil. I don't know what that A word is. But yeah, he was rocking the body oil. So let me know what y'all was rocking down in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. I think the first one that we're going to do, we're going to go over their Greenly inspiration. So let's go ahead and get into that one first. Yeah. We're going to go into their Greenly inspiration. That one's going to be called Green Vibes. Oh, let me see. Yeah, Green Vibes right there. Where? I think I left my... Yeah, my decant, hold up real quick. I forgot my tester strips. Can't do nothing without a strip. All right, my bad. We can't do nothing without a tester strip. So we got to have the tester strips on deck. Let's go ahead and get into it. Slide this out like so. If you in on Facebook, welcome. Like I said, we're going to be tapping into the Alchemist, a fragrance company out of DFW, Dallas area. So we will be tapping into that. Excuse me, I just got done taking care of some stuff outside. I should have checked that before I even got on. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and do let's go over the Greenly one first. And then we'll make our way through the rest. Okay, got my strip here. So first, how we're going to do this, we're going to do Greenly first. Actual Greenly from Parfums de Marly. We're going to spray this one on first, and we're going to see how this one's going to be coming off just so we can get a refresher, and then we can compare them side by side, okay? So we're going... Now, Greenly is one of my favorite ones from the Parfums de Marly line. Like, this one is absolutely insane. Yeah, man, that crisp green apple. Yeah, the fruits up top. Musk. Yeah. This one's nice. I'm rocking with Greenly. I did not, and just a heads up, I was one of those people that when I first got into Parfums de Marly, I was thinking that Leighton was gonna be the one that I just absolutely fell in love with, and I thought that was gonna be the one for me, but nah, bro. Greenly actually moved up a lot on the scales, a lot. So we're gonna rock out with Greenly first. This one. I love that green apple, man. That green apple is so crisp and clean in this with that musk too. So yeah, that's good. That's what you get a lot of in the opening with Greenly. Does have a very green side, of course. The name Greenly says it itself. So gonna rock out with that one. Got the green one more time for the people. Alchemist, and this is gonna be their clone of Greenly. Okay, so we're gonna tap into this one. Okay, here we go right here. We going beautiful atomizers on this. Okay, so their clone of Greenly is going to be called Green Vine. Okay, so Greenly, Green Vine, that's going to be their version of Greenly. Now let's go ahead. I can already tell you right now in the opening, you do get a lot of fruits. The one difference in this one compared to Greenly is it's not as strong in particular when it comes to that green apple. It still has green apple there, so it is definitely still a noticeable note that you can pick up in the fragrance. It's just not as prominent as what you get in Greenly. But instead in this one, you get a lot of green apple. You also get a little bit more of like bergamot citruses as well. So it does play a lot of factors from like other citruses also, but the green apple is the most dominant one. It's just not as crisp as what you get in Greenly. Man, I forgot. Let me mute this thing real quick. I don't need nobody. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, man. I don't need nobody calling me right now. Okay, but yeah, this one's just not as crisp, but it still has that green apple sweetness to it. You can slightly pick up a little bit of the musk also in this. That green apple in Greenly is, boy, that green apple in Greenly is potent. It's potent, fam. It's like that. It's strong. It's strong. This one still does maintain that green apple. It's just not as crisp. Again, I don't know how much more I can emphasize on that. Still going to be good for the same times that you would wear Greenly. This one, now it's starting to, okay, now we're starting to come out with a little bit more of that green freshness. So it's still going to be very much so a fresh fragrance. Going to be good for the spring and summertime. You're going to want to keep this one in high heat situations for sure. Move that there. Move that there. I need to put my phone on do not disturb. Okay, there we go. But yeah, still on that green apple, still has a good amount of musk in it. Now this one does have a little bit more of a green factor. You can pick up a slight hint of that petitgrain also in this fragrance while it's already in the opening. As it's starting to gel down and makes a slight transition. But in the opening with that initial blast, really the first couple of things that you get is going to be that green apple. You're going to get a nice musk, and you're also going to get a nice bergamot also. So whereas in Greenlee, where Greenlee is so strong in that green apple and musk, oh my gosh, bro, oh my gosh. That Greenlee is an absolute fool in the green apple and musk department. Outside of that though, still very close, extremely close, extremely close, extremely close. The only thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna talk to my guy Ahmed. Yes, I'll tell you I got the name down. I'm gonna talk to my guy Ahmed, and we're gonna see what we can. Shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. HQ, shout out to my boy. Yes, sir. But yeah, that Greenlee is nice. The green vine, because there's the Alchemist version is called green vine. Theirs is going to be extremely close in the air. You walking by somebody, they will pick up that DNA. If they're into fragrances, they are going to think that it's a Greenlee fragrance or a Greenlee inspiration. They are going to know that it's in that Greenlee ballpark. The only difference is that green apple, bro. It's just not as it's not as dominant. It's not as potent or promising as what you would get in Greenlee itself. I like this though. Man. This is nice. This is nice. And again, the good thing about these fragrances are their decants or their discovery set. Particularly, you can get that 5 mls for $29, $30. You use discount code D4G, you will even get a little bit more off. So that's going to be there for you. Remember, that discount code is down in the description. But I like this, man. I like this. Even right now as it's sitting here, the musk is starting to come out a little bit more. So it's starting to push out much more than what you initially get. So you get a lot of that going. This is a nice one. I'm rocking with Green Vine. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the next one now. And we're going to see what that one is going to be giving us. Now, the next one is going to be everybody's favorite Parfums de Marly, off rip. This one is going to be Venetian Prince. And this is going to be their latent inspiration. I'll move these two to the side. Move that right there. Now, the next one is going to be Venetian Prince. And I want to say that this is going to be their version of Sedley? Leighton, my bad, Leighton. This is going to be their version of Leighton. So let's go ahead and tap into this one now. Let's see what this one's going to be coming off as. There we go. Boom, there we go. Touch the strip. If y'all just not tapping in with your boy, make sure you hit that like button for me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you drop your scent of the day, whatever fragrance you got on. I don't care if it's a rack store fragrance, whatever it is. Drop your scent of the day down in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to tap into Leighton now, or their version of Leighton. Boom, Leighton. Now, I do have my Leighton sample right here from Parfums de Marly. So we're going to be tapping into it. Bro, I got so many of these samples. Shout out to the Parfums de Marly rep. Shout out to my guy Aaron. That's the Parfums de Marly rep out here in North Park Mall in Dallas. Good guy, good people. He be up there on the weekends and the weekdays, man. Y'all need to go holler at him. They got all types of stuff up there too. Now, Leighton. Boy, Leighton's so clean, dog. Leighton is so clean. Leighton used to be my favorite fragrance before I tapped into Greenlee. Once I got into Greenlee and I got into Sedley a little bit, and then I got Haultain. Leighton is still up there, but yeah, I really do rock with Greenlee heavy. Now this one got their Leighton, so I refreshed myself with the Leighton, with the actual Leighton DNA. Now we're going to switch over to their version of Leighton, which again is called Venetian Prince. Venetian Prince right there. Let's go ahead and tap into this one and let's see how this one's going to be coming off. Ooh. Ooh, what? Hey, that atomizer is absolute beast, man. Okay, now for real. Off rip, this one right here, their version of Leighton is much more of a closer 1-to-1. Whereas if I was to look at their version, the Green Vines, which is their version of Greenlee, that one to me is gonna be like 85. This version of Leighton is going to be around that 90, 95 percentile. Like it's gonna be extremely close to it. Now this one you still do get that prominent green apple. But the one thing I like about this one is you don't get that. One of the things that I dislike that people say about Leighton that I don't really get. I get it somewhat, but not as much. Some people compare Leighton to like that cough syrupy or that Vicks type of fragrance. I don't get that too much. I can see where they're coming from, but I wouldn't say that it comes off like that at all. But I understand people's point of view with that. This one comes off extremely nice with that green apple, bro. You got a good amount of green apple. It does have a little bit of sweetness to it. Somewhat of a, somewhat like a fresh type of opening, I guess you could say. Fresh green apple mix. Nothing really too crazy. You can get a good amount of those aromatics also in this. So like that geranium is playing a big factor in this. You get a lot of that in the opening. But it's not as in your face as what you get from actual Leighton. So if Leighton is coming off to some of y'all as like too much, overpowering, too dominant, too much, too cloying in a way, this one right here comes off much more dialed down. Still the same DNA, but it's just dialed down slightly. So it's not as potent. Let me just say that. It's not as potent to where it's not to where you will feel sickening or anything like that while wearing it. You're very much so still going to be getting that apple, that geranium mix, a slight bit of lavender. It does have a little bit of a woody feel going with it also, so you do still have that. This one right now, Leighton, Venetian Prince and Leighton, they're going to be very much so of one. Like this one is going to be a lot closer than what Greenlee was. To where if you're rocking this one out and about, people aren't going to be able to, they ain't going to know what the difference is. They're gonna think that you have on that. They're gonna think that you have on that Leighton DNA. They might think that you have on that one joint. I can't think of the name from not from Paris Corner. Not Altair, but you know what I mean. They're gonna think that you have on some type of Leighton DNA. So this one right now, out of the two that we've tried, this one is going to be much closer than Greenlee so far. So again, Parfums de Marly Leighton is going to be coming off very much so like a 90, 95%. I'm going to say more than 95%. I'm going to keep it at 95. This one's coming off very much so like a 95 percentile clone to where it's matching up with the fragrance extremely nice. Yeah, they did their thing with this one. The other thing that I'm picking up in this is that, again, the green apple note and the apple note that you get in Leighton, well, that shit in your face. Like it's like there. You ain't gonna miss it. Whereas this one, Venetian Prince, is to me is blended together to where the notes just gel. Again, you get the apple, you get a little bit of that geranium, you get a little bit of lavender in the backdrop. You do get a slight woody sense about it as well. So you can kind of already see how it's gonna transition. I'm liking Venetian Prince a lot. I'm rocking with Venetian Prince. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move that one to the side there. And now let's tap into Tobacco. Now, if I'm correct. Okay. Now, if I'm correct, I think that Suave Tobacco. Boy, I think this might be here. This is where we start rolling the dice. Because I don't have a exact sample of Haultain yet. Not Haultain hair, but I want to say that that's what this one is supposed to be coming off at. So let's see. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to be coming off. Tobacco. Let's go ahead and tap into this one real quick. And after this, I am going to end the live stream after I do these 5 samples. But oh shit, hold on. Oh, that tobacco is strong in there. Oh, bro, this is like a honey tobacco. Yeah, this is like a honey tobacco. Oh my gosh, spicy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking. This is actually Herod. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the tobacco is gonna be the most dominant thing that you pick up right now. Man, my eyes done got a little watery. I was not expecting this to be that, but it's tobacco filled, but it also has like a warm spice going with it also. So you have a lot going on with it, from what smells like a slight cinnamon, but it also has that tobacco. It's mostly tobacco, fam. If you one of my tobacco lovers out there, I'm starting to gel with tobacco a little bit more. Tobacco for me, somewhere, put it like this: I would much rather have cannabis in my fragrance than tobacco. I like the cannabis note. Like I like cannabis. Bad Boy Le Parfum, love the cannabis note in that. Pacific Chill by Backsurf California, I love that fragrance. That one has like a nice grapefruit, cannabis type of mix, woody. I rock with that one. When you get to tobacco, man, it's hard for me to find a tobacco note that I can really just tobacco fragrance that I can really just enjoy. This one is nice. It's the main thing with this one is the tobacco note in this is extremely smooth. Like the way it's mixing together with the cinnamon, that warm spice that it's giving off in the opening, still giving you like a dark masculine vibe. But thanks to that cinnamon, it's making it extremely inviting, almost intoxicating in a way to where I could just imagine myself walking by somebody with this on. Yeah, especially for the season that we're in right now. Yeah, this is Herod all the way. This is Herod all the way. Now, the one thing I will say about this one is, again, I think that this one is going to be around that 90. I'm going to give this one like a 80. No, I'm going to give this one a 90 percentile. 90 percentile with how close it is, especially with how it's coming off, mixing together with that warm spice. This one is like that. It's giving off a little smoky vibe too. Oh, thought I saw somebody in the chat. It's giving off a little bit of a smoky vibe too. So you get a nice bit of incense in here also. I'm going to say cinnamon, and that's where you're going to get that warm spice from. Tobacco, for sure. That's where you're going to get your main scent profile with this one. It's going to be dominant in that tobacco. A lot of tobacco in this joint. And a smoky vibe from the incense. Might have a slight woody appeal in here also. This one is nice. And for me to not be the biggest fan of that Herod DNA, this is one that I could do. This is one that I could do. Now, I wouldn't say I would do a full bottle of anything that's a Herod type of inspiration, just because that DNA to me is okay. But I could, like, for a 5 ml, a little sample, yeah, I can rock with this. I'm going to have to put my boy Razor Ramon on this one because he loved tobacco fragrances. Razor Ramon the barber, shout out to my guy also, the fragrance fam. I'm going to have to let him know about this one because he likes those tobacco style fragrances. Me, I'm iffy. I'm telling you, I'd much rather have cannabis in my fragrance than the tobacco note. Personal opinion though. Okay, now the next one that we have, this one is Citrus Grove. Citrus Grove. Now, this one, I have not one idea what this was going to be. We're just going to tap into it and see how it comes off. To be honest, I'm thinking that this one is going to be like a Sedley type of DNA. We're going to see, though. Get some water. After this, just so y'all know, after this, I am going to go live again because I don't like the way this box is set up. Like, I need it to be the full thing, the full vertical thing. So I'm definitely going to have to figure that out. But for this one, we just going to make it rock. Let me switch this over real quick. Now, again, this time we're going to be... I think my dog just farted, man. For this one, we're going to be tapping into Citrus Grove. Let's see which one this one is. Again, I want to say that this one's going to be Sedley. Ooh. Yeah. This is Sedley. I got a sample of Sedley, too. Hold on. This is Sedley off rip. Citruses up top, bro. It is just in the opening in the air. Fresh citruses up top. A little bit, you definitely get that soapy appeal already. Let me see, hold on. I want to say that this is Sedley. Hold on, because I got a sample. I got my samples of Sedley right here. Yeah, this is coming off like Sedley in a way. Extremely fresh up top. So this one you're gonna have a lot of like lemon, bergamot, lime. This one is like a nice mixture of all the citruses combined. Now it's definitely gonna come off much more like a green side of citruses. So definitely keep that keep that in your mind. Mr. M.A. Styles, what up, fam? Appreciate you for tapping in with your boy. Make sure you drop that center of the day down in the chat for me, all right? Let me know what you was rocking. Yeah, man. Yeah, this one's Sedley. This one's Sedley. Again, Sedley is gonna, for me, Sedley comes off like a lot of freshness. It comes off with a lot of citruses. But the one thing about Sedley that gets me every time is like when it starts to transition to that soapy type of transition, that throws me off every time, fam. I ain't even gonna hold you. When it does that soapy transition, that's why I'm like, okay, it's still gonna be very clean, but I'm not the biggest fan of like that soap style transition. So that one. But as far as a clone, one of what is coming off, yeah, this is gonna be very much so that same DNA. Now this one I'm gonna say is gonna be a little bit more like, yeah, this is still going to be around that 90 percentile. It's just, now this is the one time to where this one, the Alchemist version, is coming out much more potent than what the Parfums de Marly version is coming out. So if you're a big fan of that freshness, the citrus freshness that you get up top, somewhat sweet, with a slight sweetness in there, you'll rock with this one. You'll rock with this one. Their version is called Citrus Grove. And again, these decants, they have them on their website. 5 mLs, they have them on their website. 5 for $29.99. You get a discount code D4G, will get you 25. I mean, not 25. I'm so sorry. D4G will get you, I think, like 10 to 15% off your order. So, boom, you got that there. We do have one more that we're gonna tap into, and this one's Noir. And then I'll go back and review all of them in a second, just to see how the dry down was. But right here we have Venetian Noir. This is going to be another one. Now this one, I don't know what it's cloning, so we're just going to see what I get in the air when I pick it up. Move that to the side like so. Put that there, put that there. Again, shout out to everybody on Facebook that's tapped in with me, because I can't see the Facebook screen, so shout out to everybody on Facebook. I'm definitely not ignoring y'all. Now this one is going to be the Venetian Noir. Let's see how this was coming off. Whew. Oh, bro, I think this one's Hautane. And I love Hautane, bro. I love that earthy, and that's very much so what this is coming off. Oud, extremely dark. Well, not extremely dark, but a lot of woods though. It's coming off wood, oudy almost. I mean, woody, oud almost. It's coming off very much so like that. A slight spice, but that spice is like a earthy. It's giving a strong earthy appeal with this fragrance. So you got a lot working with this one. Let me get this, because I got Hautane right here too. I got Hautane right over here also. So we're going to tap into this one and we're going to compare these. There we go. Yeah. Let me see. It's Sedley. Hautane. Yeah, this is very much so a Hautane type of DNA. So if you like Hautane, then you're going to want to tap into What the hell did I put? Oh, here it is right here. If you like Haultain, then you're gonna want to tap into Venetian Noir. That's what that one's gonna be coming off. A lot of woods, a lot of oud. The one thing I like about this one is if you're not a big fan of that like Al Malik type of oud that you get in Haultain, this one, Venetian Noir, takes that Al Malik feeling out of it a lot to where it's really just giving you like a lot of wood, a lot of oud, a slight spice in there. That spice, that spice is almost coming off like a black pepper. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that spice is very much so coming off like a black pepper in a way. With like a faint bit of citrus in the background. But in the air, you're really just going to be getting woods and a little bit of spice. This one is extremely nice. And I will say again, if you're not the biggest fan of that Al Malik feeling that you get with the Haultain, with the woods, this one is going to be completely opposite of that. So I like this one a lot. I'm rocking with this one heavy. Now, one thing that I do want to do is I do want to go back and I want to check the transition points of all of these fragrances to see how the dry down was. And we're just going to compare that real quick. Yeah, right there. Okay. So first, we're going to go back to the Leighton, and we're going to see how that one transitioned. No, I'm sorry. We're going to go back to Greenleaf. Greenleaf was the first one. We're going to tap into Greenleaf first. So let's see how this one's coming off. Now, in the dry down where Greenleaf still has that prominent green apple, it is there. That green apple is dominant. You're not taking that out of Greenleaf at all. When you move to Green Vines is still going to be that apple, but it's still not going to be as potent. It's still going to be, you can pick it up, but it's not going to be like as dominant in your face like what Greenleaf was. Still maintaining a lot of musk, so that musk is still there. Still have like a slight hint from that bergamot still in this one also. So this one's going to be, especially in the dry down and the transition as it starts to make its way through, it's still going to have that DNA. It's just going to be missing that dominant factor in the green apple. That's going to be the only main difference that I pick up with the Green Vines, which is their clone of Greenleaf. That's going to be really the only main thing that you're going to be picking up in that one that's going to be different. Now, if we go to Leighton, yeah, Leighton is still on that same DNA. Whereas the apple note in Leighton is still going to be more prominent, still going to be projecting a lot harder. But this one is still going to be that same DNA. Their version, Venetian Prince, is still going to be that same DNA. The main difference is just take away that, I guess, that cough syrupy sickness that people are talking about. But you still get that geranium. You get a little bit more of the lavender also. So that's really going to be making it pop also, mixing together with that apple accord. This is nice. I'm rocking with this one. Now, so far, I think I might like the clone of Leighton more. Currently, but we're going to see. We're going to go back to Suave Tabac, and I really want to see how this one transitions. Now, Suave Tabac, that's going to be their version of Harry. I don't know, bro. I like the transition to this one. That sweetness. Now we're starting to come out with still maintaining that tobacco, still maintaining that warm spice. So it's still going to be coming off like a warm tobacco fragrance. But now you get a little bit more of that vanilla that's coming out, which is really adding a lot more of a sweet appeal to it. So it makes it much more inviting, much more to where it's like engaging in a way. If you're walking by somebody and they pick up that tobacco with the vanilla, yeah, it's gonna be doing its thing. Still gonna be a masculine fragrance, so it's not gonna be something that transitions too crazy. But I like the way this one pops. I like the way the tobacco joint pops. That might be the most surprising one for me, because again, I'm not the biggest fan of tobacco fragrances. This one is making it do what it do. And then now we have their citrus groove, which is going to be their version of Sedley. Ooh. Okay. So this one, extremely nice also. Now the main difference with this one is you get a lot more of that citrus and fruits up top in the opening on Steadily itself. Whereas this one is Groove, Citrus Groove is already making its way towards like starting to hit that soapy appeal while still maintaining a slight bit of citruses, but it's extremely soapy. Yeah, it's like a fresh soapy with like a slight backdrop of some woods. I'm liking this one too. But this one, I'm gonna rank all of these in a second. And then the last but not least, that Venetian Noir, which is gonna be their version of I don't know, man. That Venetian Noir. Yeah, man. That Venetian Noir, yeah. That Hautane DNA is there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so right now, how I rank it? How I rank it? I would say that the citrus groove, that's gonna be one to where it's that might be my least favorite one out of the five. Still ranking it, still giving it like a 80, 85% type of target. But that one's gonna be the fifth one. The fourth one, the fourth one is going to be the Greenlee because it's not as crisp in that green apple. If we can get that green apple to stick around a lot longer, that one would be popping. I would like that one a lot, a lot. Um, Venetian Prince, that's gonna be their version of Leighton. That's gonna be my number one, fam. I ain't even gonna hold you. Venetian Noir is gonna be my number three. That's gonna be their version of Hautane. And then Suave Tobacco, surprisingly with that tobacco note, that's gonna be my number two. Well, I don't know what it is about that one. I don't even like tobacco fragrances like that. And then Leighton, of course, that's gonna be my number one. So yeah, that's where I'm ranking them at. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream because I do have to go. I do have to get ready for the next one. I am gonna be doing another live stream in a second. That one we're gonna be going over a few of the Argos fragrances. We're also gonna be doing the Hugo Boss line, and we're gonna go finish off with the Toomey line also. So we're gonna be tapping into those three lines next. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. I appreciate everybody that was tapped in with your boy, man. Big salute to everybody. Much love. Give me like an hour, and then we're going to be back to do another one, okay? Much love. Salute. Hey, stay on your square. Stay on your purpose. You know how we do. And with all that said, we out. I appreciate everybody that was tapped in, man. Much love. Let's get it.